Well, speaking of Harry Potter and Warner
Oh boy.
Brothers, that leads us to our featured story of the night. Woo! All right. So I want to talk some more about Warner Brothers as we're wrapping up here tonight. And so we've talked about HBO Max a bunch and about how they've been kind of taking content off, putting it over on other networks that are ad revenue and they're ad tier based as opposed to being subscription based. Well, now, apparently, the rumor going around now is that WB is going to launch their own ad tier network. So they're going to be a free web-based platform that's ad tier, not going to have to pay for. They're doing their own thing. They're going to call it WBTV. So this is going to be coming out, and they'll be moving a lot of their content over to the WBTV, and they're going to try to compete with the free streaming services like Tubi and with Roku and with Freevee. Every big one that's a V afterwards. They're like, we're going to compete with you because
All the V's.
All the V's they're going to compete with. They expect to move their biggest titles. Will be leaving HBO Max soon. They'll be moving over to this. So it'll be smaller like content in HBO Max, which is weird. Like they're saying like Friends will move over to this platform, which to me it's like, why you already have HBO Max, you're making money on this. Why would you not just incorporate an ad tier into HBO Max? Why make a whole new network? To me it just seems asinine in a lot of ways. So, but this is something they want to do. I know. What an awful plan. I agree, Lexi. I heard this and I was like, why would you do this? I mean, of course, WB's been making a lot of fucked up mistakes, I would say, in the past while. So this might be a new thing where they're just like, and you think that now they've learned their lesson, but apparently WBTV sounds great to them. They'll probably do a little frog dancing with his top hat, like they used to do back in the day. So this is one of those things they're doing. Apparently it's moving forward. They're working on a program. They probably did. They probably ran him over. But you know what? He shall come back with the Animaniacs at WB Tower maybe one day. You never know.
They canceled Animaniacs.
I know they canceled Animaniacs. They put him back in the tower. They're like, get back in there. We'll bring you back in 20 years, I know.
The M&Ms will be there too, in case you guys need to know. There'll be
the
M&Ms.
last season just came out on Hulu. So, I mean, yeah, put him back in the tower. Rachel, you hear about this? What do you think? You think this is dumb, or do you think this is a good way for them to make more money? I don't know.
I think it's bad for customers. I think it's just, I don't think it's going to be consumer based, honestly. I think, and this might sound conspiratorial, but with the way that they've canceled and pulled completed content for tax write-offs, this could just all be a massive tax scheme. They launch this streaming platform. They go, oh, it failed. We need to write off all the costs of this streaming platform. And then they write off tons and tons and tons of shows that they moved over to the streaming platform, or however they're going to do it. But if it's not that, because that is far-fetched and conspiratorial, admittedly.
I like it, though.
It's just stupid. It's just a stupid thing to do. I'm so tired of these companies piecemealing their content. Can we just agree on like 3 platforms and put everything on there? I agree.
So why we gotta have so many places? But that's actually an interesting point because honestly, it doesn't make any sense if you already have a streaming network to make a new one on top of that. It doesn't make any sense. And they've been moving content to other platforms too. So maybe HBO Max just isn't doing that well. Hence, they had Discovery. Discovery bought it at a loss. Maybe they're just gonna write everything off. And then they'll put everything up there for ad-based tier, and they'll be like, "Oh, look at this! Now there's less overhead and more money coming in from advertisements." I mean, it could be because it just seems like they're smoking something, or I don't know what they're doing. What are they doing in that writing room? I don't know, or in that production room? I don't know. Sabrina, what do you think about this? Do you think this is a good move, or do you think this is just asinine?
I mean, I don't know. I like what Rachel said. That's something that I literally never thought of, and it could be slightly conspiracy theory-ish, but I don't know. I like it. I like it. So there's that. But also, I feel like they're charging you to watch HBO Max, right? So if they can then get a feather in their cap for the less high-profile shows to put on, oh, we also give you this free shit. I think that they're if it's not what Rachel said, which now strongly considering.
I like that.
Yeah, really good. It's a very, very good point. Like, you kind of blew my mind. I'm like, wait, what? So I just feel like it's like, well, yeah, we have HBO Max, but you can also watch like, Friends and, Big Bang Theory and whatever. I mean, I don't even know if Big Bang Theory
Harry
is WB.
Potter.
I'm just saying there's like a bunch of shit that they can offload that's not high profile that you don't have to pay for if you don't want it. Like if you just want to binge Friends or if you just want to, watch like these things that aren't
but if it's a free
obviously
service,
The Last of Us or, shit that they're not going to give you for free. Like, I feel like they're trying to be like, but we also did this for the people who can't afford stuff.
They're going to interrupt
like,
it with the same Toyota commercial 3 times every 5 minutes. Like,
easily.
It sucks so bad.
Absolutely.
I hate them so much. I will never stream and I will never binge anything on a free service. I will gladly pay to not watch the same Toyota commercial 5 times in a row.
I hate it. You're right. They just go bam, 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 and it's like for like a minute and a half a lot of times, 2 minutes. And you're like, I've seen this, I've done this, we've gone here. Please just stop. At least like some services.
Also, that happens when you listen to podcasts too, or listen to like TuneIn. Like I'll listen to like news or podcasts on TuneIn, and it'll be like literally the same exact AT&T commercial within a 40-minute period of me driving to work or an hour period of me driving to work. I've heard the same commercial 17 times. It's like, please, I'm going to like drive my car off of a cliff if I hear it one more time. So I feel you on that 110%. I don't think I'm not saying it's a good move, but I think like maybe if they're not doing what you're saying, which again, really loving that idea. I feel like it could be like, look at us, we're being so cool. We're giving you free stuff. Also, like, I feel like it could also be like that kind of like, almost not reverse psychology, but like, yeah, we charge you for this, but we also do this for free. Like as opposed to Netflix, who was like, we're going to charge you $30 a month in 5 minutes because that's what we do. Like I don't know. I just feel like it's a different approach, or they're trying a different approach.
But it's odd that they're actually
successful.
It's weird they're actually already licensing out a bunch of their material. That's what doesn't make sense. You're like, Westworld went away.
Right, to Tubi and to all that shit.
Yeah, Tubi and Roku, and they've opened up a whole plan where it's like they want more networks to work with them. They want to open it everywhere. They have a whole platform where it's like easy for you if you're one of these freebie type places where you're like, hey, I want me some HBO. All you gotta do is knock on their door, like, here you go. We take this percentage, you take this percentage. Bam, we're good friends. They got that already set up. So, like, what's the point of doing this? And this is weird.
They're not going to do that with Friends or, like, these huge big ticket shows that they have.
Friends might go over. They said they might like let Friends go, like something like that. They're saying like the Batman's, maybe some of the DC stuff they might let go. They might actually try to let some of the DC universe, the Snyder stuff go. That was something they've been talking about.
To the WB channel, but not to Tubi or Freevee or whatever.
Well, there's been discussions to go to Freevee and all that shit, all the V's that wanted it.
All the V's. We're back to the V's.
If they wanted to do this, why didn't they just buy or acquire something that was already buy Tubi if you really want this stupid ass thing?
Right?
Yeah, like, and then just integrate
it somehow. I mean, they're already integrating Discovery into HBO Max already. So, I mean, that's already moving forward.
Tubi runs other shit than just WB. So that's
right,
that's where
but they could acquire the company. Yeah, I don't know, man. They haven't really been doing anything with non-compete anyway, so I doubt that the government would block it.
Yeah,
true.
It just doesn't make any sense to me when I heard this. I'm like, WB, what are you guys doing? What up, people? Happy Valentine's Day. IPA Sessions loves cruise control. Well, we love IPA Sessions as well. It's in Montemori as well. Come on. Check it all out. Good to see you, Jacob, in the chat. Yeah. So everybody, I don't know what WB is doing. I don't know what they have going on behind closed doors. All we know is what we hear. It trickles out every day. There's always something weird. Here's something else for you to think about. Here's something for you to chew on. We're going to find out what they do next. But to me, WBTV, I say thumbs down. We'll see what happens.
I love that sound effect.
And